at the end of the game, something like that. Obviously, you're not trying to like manipulate the game, but obviously, people knew the last rebound.
It's right next to the scoreboard, so I think everybody's pretty aware of what's happening. I mean, honestly, like, somebody had to get the rebound, and I was actually the closest one to the ball, so. Yeah.
Aliyah, for you, I guess how has it been just growing into a new role with this team this year, and I guess picking your spots and having different games, like 8 assists one night, 24 points tonight, and just knowing how to choose the spots?
Yeah, I think it's just about reading the floor and taking what the defense gives you. I feel like I just try to let the game come to me and not force it. So if it's a night where I have more assists than anything else, then that's what it's going to be. And then if it's a night where I can score the ball and get rebounds and assert myself on the boards, and that's what it's going to be. It's really just taking what they give me.
Aliyah, Christy said she and you talked a little bit about your recent games, how they can help you get going. What do you feel like ignited you tonight and led to the big performance?
God. Seriously, I think, you always want to play the best, and I feel like, especially these past 2 games, for me, just making sure that I have a presence on the floor. And so tonight, I mean, there's just, prayer, just knowing that He's equipped me for anything, and so it's the game that we had tonight, and so I'm just super blessed.
Christine and Will.
For both of you, obviously lots of great positive things happened in the last 24 hours. Was it a little difficult to get back up for it? Obviously, LA was playing well, turnovers. Can you maybe describe your mindset when, you've already accomplished so many goals, but of course you want to win the game, and you did, but how hard that is to kind of get through that on a night like this? Thank you.
Yeah, I thought we could have came out with a little more energy. I thought we seemed a little bit flat. And I don't think that wasn't because we felt complacent with already being in the playoffs or anything like that. I'm just not sure if our energy was quite where it needed to be. And I thought we could have picked that up a little bit better. We weren't always on the same page, and I think that kind of started from the beginning. We didn't really play with as much pace as we usually do. At moments, we definitely did, but I didn't think it was consistent throughout the game. And then obviously we could have taken care of the ball a little bit better. I think, we win by 10 to 15, maybe even more than that if we just take better care of the ball. So I think something you go back and watch, and we know on Friday we got to come out with a lot more energy.
And that was a big question for me when I'm on my live, and I'm like, look, they look flat. I hope they're not getting complacent. I hope the playoff clinch is not going to get them to play lackadaisical. Bring the fire. The Sparks are going to bring the fire. They want to beat you guys. It's the LA Sparks. You got Rakia Jackson over there. You got Hamby. You just got some players over there who aren't going to take it lightly. And that's what they did. They came out and they try to get it going early with the trap and with the blitzing of Caitlin Clark. And then, obviously they had some shots falling early. They played fairly well. The Sparks played well. Indiana Fever, that wasn't their best game. To me, it was an ugly win, but a win is a win. And they figured out a way in the fourth quarter to pull off that win. And one thing that they're doing is they're eliminating, just having terrible third and fourth quarters where they just lose or they give up the lead. We've seen it time and time again in the first half where they just blow a completely 15-point lead in the third or fourth quarter, and we're like, oh, here we go again. Now, going into the fourth, I'm like, nah, within that 5 minutes, no matter what, we got to close this game out. And they've done that. They've played from behind and won games. They've played in front with the lead and won games. They've shut it off. They've shut games out. They still have a little bit, they got to do a little bit better, but they're doing it. They're finding ways to win basketball games. That's all that matters. No matter what's thrown at them, they're finding ways to win basketball. I believe they're on a 6-game winning streak. I believe, or 5 or 6 game winning streak. Caitlin Clark gets another triple-double. That right there is another record. And honestly, I don't think it's about the record. People can say, oh, did you triple-double? I don't think Caitlin cares. I mean, she cares, but not to the degree of, if they would have lost, she would not have cared. So I think all in all, the fact that they're winning games is what matters. Now, getting Aliyah Boston going early, that's what I said. I said, look, get AB going. Get the bigs going. Now, Alyssa Smith had 13 heavy points. AB had 22 heavy points, finished with a double-double. Big game. And I'm like, look, they're not going to be able to play with this down low. No way. Create that contact, get to the free throw line, and do your thing down there, AB. And that's exactly what they did. They were looking for her early and getting her in rhythm. And that's what it takes sometimes, is getting your man in a rhythm. Knowing, okay, I'm going back to you. This is your game. I can see the mismatch. I'm going back to you, AB, every time. So I definitely love what I saw out there. I still think there's some things that they need to fix and pick up, but overall, it was a great win. Let's continue with the interview.
Then we'll go in the back to Dom.
Earlier. Last week, Coach was talking about the improvement of the team, that she cited toughness and maturity has come out in the last month since the Olympic break and those practices. Do you feel like this fourth quarter was an example of that, where you got challenged, you made some runs, but you couldn't put them away, but you had to fight them off again?
Yeah, I think, in the course of the season, it's about making sure that we're able to close out games. There were some games that we lost at the beginning of the season because our fourth quarter wasn't great. And so even going into this fourth quarter, we just emphasized that, listen, this is the fourth quarter, 10 more minutes. We have to give it all our best. We knew that they weren't just going to lay down and let us take the game. And so just making sure that if they score, then we have to score and they get a stop. And that's really our mindset, especially in that fourth quarter.
We go down, then we go with Keem on the right.
Yeah, for both of you, just 6 straight home games, including tonight, to get that homestand started off with a win, knowing how well you played already the second half. Crazy environment every night here. How's that feel to get that homestand started out right, knowing that you're just going to be here at home for so long?
Yeah, I think it's important. These are games you really need to win at home, and the more we can win, the better we can position ourselves for the playoffs. So, and also we're just a competitive group of individuals. Like, nobody wants to lose. That's not fun, especially in front of these fans. That a lot of them, they only get to see the Fever play one time. They spend a lot of money to come here and watch us and have fun with us. So, you want to kind of give them a show every single time we're in here. And honestly, it's a lot of fun. So, don't take that for granted, because before we know it, the season will be over. And I think this team is just trying to go one game at a time. But to get the homestand started off on the right note, I think was super important. And it's just continuing to go one step at a time and continue to build that confidence. But I feel like we're playing really good inside this building. So it's just continuing to build on that.
Go with Keem, then we go with James again.
Yep, and just kind of following up on Kristen's question earlier, just when the turnovers start to kind of mount and build, what is said, or what do you guys do to kind of refocus and get back on the same page?
We get straight to it. We say we need to take care of the ball. I feel like that's as simple as it is. I mean, we know what we have to do, and most of the times it's silly mistakes, so making sure that we just pay attention, make sure that we're ready for it, but at the end of the day, just take care of the ball, make a good decision with it.
We go with James, and we'll go on Zoom.
Caitlin played 40 minutes tonight, entire game. Obviously, probably wasn't the plan, but I guess how do you assess how you feel throughout the game? And do you ever ask to come out, or how did that go?
No. I like sprinting. I already told you guys. He likes to run. I don't know. I feel like finding a balance of when to conserve my energy within the game and playing with pace at the same time. I think there's times where you can pick and choose. I think I've done better at that, and I think even over the last road stretch, the coaches found good minutes where I could get a quick breather. That becomes very important, especially in the fourth. But I felt tonight I felt really good and could go the whole stretch. But it's never really they don't really ask me. It's not really my choice. It's more so they know what they're thinking and what we need in the moment. So yeah, I mean I could probably go play another 40 minutes. I don't usually like to stop. So
Go George on Zoom, then
Caitlin Clark, she got that motor on her, man. This girl just wants to play basketball. I didn't even know she played the full game. There were some things in my live. My live got disconnected because I was showing the game. They were on my apps. YouTube sent me the email. Oh my gosh. Then my people. Then we joined up on another live, and then it was then my smoothie wasn't. It was a whole lot going on. So for Caitlin Clark to play the full game, that just shows you her endurance. And she stated, I didn't ask to stay in. I kind of just do what they tell me. Chrissy Sides rolled with her all game, and that's what happened. They got the win. What else are you going to ask for? They got the win.
we'll finish with Mike.
George Goy from the Just Say Goy Sports Podcast. Caitlin, many rookies struggle to find both team and individual success in a rookie year. LeBron, Peyton Manning, and Connor Bedard did not make the playoffs in their rookie season. What does it mean to have team and rookie individual success?
I mean, I think
What is Caitlin doing, bro, with the mic? Look at she is literally giving herself a massage. I look, as soon as he brought this question up, it was like, oh, here we go.
Rookies struggle to find both team and individual success in a rookie year. LeBron, Peyton Manning, and Connor Bedard did not make the playoffs in their rookie season. What is
She's like, what am I doing? Like, why are you asking me this question? Like, oh gosh, please. Look at her.
it mean to have team and
Look at her
rookie
switch the eye. Look at her
individual
switch
success?
the eye, bro.
I mean, I think it comes with just playing the game of basketball the right way. Coming in here, obviously, This organization hasn't been to the playoffs since 2016, and that was my main goal. And I felt like, you know, once I got comfortable and kind of was, you know, I don't know, playing style of basketball that we wanted to play, which was up tempo, which was playing off one another, was playing, you know, setting my teammates up for success. And I think also once my teammates kind of got used to playing with me, it's been pretty smooth sailing and fun basketball since then. And, you know, everything besides team success, like that all just comes with when your team wins. Like you got to win to have all that on the side, and nobody really cares about that. You know, people can talk about it. It is what it is. For me, like it's fun winning basketball games. It's fun walking off the court and the crowd's going crazy because you know you just won and you played a good game. So for me, like that's where my main focus is. And I think when I do that, everything else comes along with it. And I'm just thankful. I feel like I'm surrounded by really good people, really good coaches, really good teammates that allow me to be myself and set me up for success and, you know, have a lot of fun playing with me. So I've enjoyed every single second of it, and, you know, I think we're just going to continue to get better.
Last one, Mike Lawful.
Yeah, thank you. Caitlin, I just want to ask you a little bit about the defensive aspect of your game. Obviously, a lot of your rebounds are going to come on that end. You had 9 of them tonight on the defensive end, and then 3 steals, including that one late that was really key. How much do you feel like you've grown as a defensive player, and how that part of your game you feel like is really coming
Kaden looks drained and over it.
along?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like I'm a pretty good on-ball defender. It's just the off-ball that I need to continue to work on. Sometimes I get caught, you know, watching my man, or don't always rotate in the way that I need to. I get caught standing a little bit, and the rotations are very different than what I did in college. So I think it's still been kind of a learning process for me, and I continue to go back and watch the film with Coach Jesse and continue to learn. So I think that's just the biggest area that I can improve is definitely my off-ball defense. But honestly, I think I just try to use my basketball IQ and understanding angles to make plays for my team on that end and try to get my, you know, try to get deflections. You know, and the one that happened late where we had to end up switching, I knew that was going to be the play just because coming off a ball screen, I come off a million ball screens, and AB wasn't letting her take the mid-range jump shot, so I knew she was going to try to dump it down to Hamby. So I tried to, you know, cut it off and get my hand on the ball, and I was able to, and then Liz kind of picked it up. So I think just trying to use my IQ and my length.
Look, before we continue with Coach Sides, we're going to talk about defense real quick, right? Caitlin Clark's defense, a lot of people like to say she doesn't have defense. For me, the basketball IQ, like she says, her defensive instincts are always there. It's just she gets caught. She's always trying to help defense. She always wants to be around the play. So her man will be backdoor somewhere for an open shot or something. It's not that she can't play defense. I've seen there's times where, yeah, they're probably a little bit more physical than her. They're probably 4, 5, 8 years older than her. Wait till she's, you know, she's a freshman in high school right now. So I think the basketball IQ for the defensive instincts are definitely there. I wouldn't say they're not, but yeah, man. They're definitely there, you know. So huge game from AB, huge game from Caitlin Clark, recording another triple-double. AB, her partner in crime over there with the double-double. You know, great Fever win. The Fever are rolling right now. They just keep on rolling. And I believe they have the Sparks. I think they got the Sparks Friday. The Aces Friday, right? Let me check. I believe it's the Aces Friday, man. Or you guys let me know. I'll check the schedule in a little bit. I got to get to some more content. Then I got to get to the gym. So, by the way, if you're in this community, you guys need to make sure you guys get in the gym. Okay? Now, if you have, or if you worked out today, or if you plan on working out, go ahead and spam gym in the comment section. Besides that, it's your boy ceokana. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Go Fever. I'm out.